Good evening everybody. Can you all hear me okay? I hope you're enjoying the spinny Dwarven district. We should be coming into the game shortly. Lovely to have you all here. And there we go, back into the game. Let me pop the audio on and that should all work. There we go. I really didn't eat the plug. Oh, brilliant, Jack. Thank you very much. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you very much for the 9 months of sub there. Thank you very much indeed. How have you been? Hope you've been well. Thank you ever so much for stopping by on this bonus extra stream. So I'm going to make the most of Gumdrops being away, and as I'm doing a guest post on the WoW Economy blog, which should be going out in about half an hour's time, I think, as Gumdrops told me before he went. Thank you, Mr. Ruben Pavel, thank you very much. Hello Siggy, Darkwing, Phantom, Mako, and thank you Mr. Ruben for the thing. I'm doing very well, thank you Jack. I'm having a lovely weekend so far with my family. We've had a lovely roast today already, and a lovely breakfast this morning, so lots of lovely food. So we'll be doing a little bit of extra World of Warcraft tonight, and see what we can do. We'll go through my usual mailbox openings, and maybe do a little bit of extra alchemy on Jahwakening, see how that goes. We'll check out the blog once it comes out, and just have a quick look through that, see how that is. But other than that, all is well. We've been making lots and lots of gold, especially with enchanting, so I'll probably go and have a look at the mailbox first. So let's have a look, see where we are, as we're in the Dwarven district. Hey Brumblefar, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I have literally just started, so I'm going to be here for about 3 hours roughly, till about 9:30. It is an extra stream, certainly is, as I'm doing a takeover for the WoW Economy blog. I thought I'd come on and stream as well. Make the most of it. So let's have a look at the mail for... So I've got some expires here, so let's go and move this over just a little bit. And move this down a little bit, actually, it's a bit too big. Let's just move that there. Okay, so we do have some sales of Mastery and Death Silk Shoulders as well. John, thank you very much for 6 months of subs. Thank you very much indeed. Very kind of you. Let's see, lots of... Oh, where's my chat window gone? Oreos, a bit of everything, and these for Jack as well, with his sub. Thank you very much. Really is appreciated, both of your support. Let's take these expires out and we can see what we're actually left with. Got a fair few... Oh, now... Has everything expired? No, not. This isn't a full expire. This is just a few extra bits and pieces. So what I'll do is I'll take those and I'll post those on straight away now, as we're here. I know I could run to the auction house just there, but seeing as we have them out accessible, let's quickly pop these on. Oh, looks like we've got item group invalid. That is probably because we haven't visited the vendor since we've had a update of WoW. I noticed the WoW client got updated a minute ago, so what we'll do is we'll look at that, and that item error should go away. Hopefully. We'll have a look through, go through. We've got a few different things here. Bountiful Captain's Feast, hoof plates, Notorious Gear still is occasionally selling, so that's not too bad. And then our enchants, there's a few different bits and pieces here. Let's have a look at those in more detail later. We'll stick everything on for now. There we go. Got everything on, and then I'll visit the vendor. That way TSM can have a look at the new prices. Well, they're not new prices, but can just check the prices of everything. There we go. And then if we were to do another post scan, now we shouldn't have the invalid thing, and now we've got the Wildflower, Fusaka, those sort of things can go on now as well. So that's all good. Let's check the mailbox for the full list of everything. I've got a few more expires in there, so let's just take those out. So this is... What's these sales from? This is from since Friday morning. Oh, everything just disappeared then. Let's try that again. There we go. So since Friday morning, we have cords, Death Silk shoulders. I got outbid on some silk, that's not surprising. It was quite a low amount, that one. Some food sales in here, some shirts, which is nice to see the tailoring coming through. We did have that t-shirt special event on Friday as well, so that probably has prompted people to buy a whole lot of shirts. And we've got Accords, Deadly Navigation's doing quite well at the moment. Silkweave Satchel, we sold quite a few of those. I'm just going to let this run through till the minute's over, and then we'll go through and just pick up the last 5, and we'll see how things are. There we go, and the last things at the bottom was a Lumberjack shirt and Deadly Navigation, so 41,000, well really 42,000 practically, from the first amount, so let's take those. Not bad at all. I tried to find the bag add-on, is it Baggins? No, it's called Addy Bags. I think I've got a command for it. Let's try that. There we go, that's a link for the add-on that I use for my bags. But it's quite, I quite like it. There is also a TSM extension for it, but I've not tried it yet. Right, is everything come through? I've got another 18 seconds. We'll just let that run through, and then we'll just check everything else. Other things we'll need to do, obviously, will be do restocks and make sure that we've got everything on. Probably a cancel scan on our enchants. We'll need to do that as well. Okay, and another 14,000 on the other end. So more baked potato, that's doing well. Accords and more Accords, a couple of quick and deadlies. So we've had a fair amount of enchants selling. Let's make sure that we can continue that. So let's have a look at our enchants. Is anything about to expire actually? No, everything's good at the moment, that's good. So we'll just deselect that. And we'll just look at the main enchants that are selling really well so far. So the Accords, sometimes the Pacts, and the weapons, and the still selling post 8.2 weapons. I'll run a cancel scan on all of this. Like Gumdrops, a lot of his viewers are incoming, but they are late. No problem. Rotab, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Right, so we've got a few, there's going to be a few things here that we're going to have to post on at different things. Pact a Critical Strike, that's gone below. I've got a stock of these that I really could do with shifting. I've got 14 of them left, but the price has plummeted down to 546, which is below even my crafting cost. So I don't really want to sell them for a loss, but I'll keep them on for now. We'll see how that goes. We'll just we'll just cancel all this lot for the moment. Bavgaro, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. To match your Discord name, I'm not sure how you can do that. You'd have to change your actual Twitch account name, I would imagine, because it's all linked to your Twitch username. Will Webster, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. I miss you there as well, Zarafina. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. They're all late. There we go. So we'll do what we'll do is we'll do another re-scan of that, just in case TSM missed a few. Oh Lord, thank you very much for the follow. Very kind of you. Welcome on board. We're just going through everything at the moment. We have no Oreo with us at the moment. Hopefully he'll join us later, but he's not used to me streaming on a Saturday night, so he's probably a little bit confused. So I just have to run the cancel scan a couple of times, because TSM does miss it. So let's go through that. That's okay. Okay. So we can go through and open the mail now. Oh, Maceo, thank you very much. 10 months. Thank you very much for your support. Really is appreciated. Let's see lots of emotes of everything in the chat. Thank you very much indeed. Really is appreciated. Getting burned out with World Quest. Been doing every single one every day for the last week. Wow, that is a lot, Will, definitely. Adriana, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Let's see if I can make my window a little bit bigger, because I might be missing a little bit of the chat as it comes through. Coming through rapidly, and let's have a look at all of my cancels. I need to pick all of these up and get them back on, so hopefully you can get some sales tonight. I've never really tried actively cancel scanning on a Saturday night. I'm sure it'll be quite good. We'll let this run through. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, that's a shame, Viper. But Sunrath, which would you prefer to be called, Viper Girl or Sunrath? But thank you for stopping by. Either name you use. Go through everything here. All the enchants off, and then we can get ourselves sorted out with another load. There we go, and we'll run a post scan even with just that lot. There we go.
2 centuries old.
Account settings, click pen icon next to username. Oh, okay, thank you, Darkwing. I've never actually tried changing a username. So these prices, looking at all of these, all seem quite reasonable. The Accord of Mastery is a little bit low, but I think, how many do I have of those at the moment anyway? It's 36 auctions. We could possibly look at resetting that and the quick navigation. And let's put them all on first, and then we'll have a look. We'll do it back to front. We'll see what we've got. Accord of Mastery isn't the best of sellers of the Accords. Critical Strike and Haste are the main ones, really. Hey Dado, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. It's a bit early, and it's an early day as well, so thank you for stopping by. Hope you're doing well this fine evening, this fine Saturday evening. Still got half the weekend left. So let's have a look at... Okay, those are posted on. Let's have a look at this Accord of Mastery. And just have a look how many... There's quite a few here. 1057, and then it goes 1080, 1099. So if I was to have to reset this, I'd be buying a lot of Accords, and I don't really want to be buying that many. I'm just going to stick with the one that I've got at the moment. I'll need to do a restock though. Looking at that, let's also look at my auctions, and let's just see how much we do need to do for a restock. And so we'll go to TSM, and we'll have a look here. So go to our groups, we'll restock everything, I think. Oh, Census, thank you very much for the raid. Hope you're doing well. How was your stream? I'll give it a second for everyone to come in. But thank you very much, Census. It's very kind of you. And Rasheen, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. Oh, what was that? I missed that one from Data. Kind of started again with Iran and tried to sell previous stock. Oh, right, is that PC problems, was it? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your two favourite stalkers are here. Samadan and Billis. Oh, right, okay. Stalkies are here. You confused us. I know, I'm sorry, Rasheen. It's a different day. I thought I'd stand in for Gumdrops, both on the WoWHead blog and on the streaming day, so I hope you don't mind. Hey, Bark2, how are you? Doing very well. To recheck the weekday. Absolutely. Kokoregia. And what else we got? On Twitch app. Okay, that was that. Stream was good. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, the race sensors. I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm just restocking my enchants at the moment. And Gellens, how are you? Thank you all for stopping by. Really is appreciated. All late. Right, let's do a restock on this. And we've got a fair few things to make here. And baked potato, a few enchants, and a load of shirts, which have sold recently. So let's have a quick look at these. What we need is mainly from the guild bank, and pink dye from the vendor, actually. That's interesting. Let's open that up. We'll do that one. Oh, Billis, how are you? Already back up to 3.4 million after buying the long boy. I am indeed, Billis. I'm really happy with that so far. Considering it's been almost a year, I think. Let me have a look. Let me just minimize this down, move that across. So looking at my gold graph. So this was way back in September 2018 when I had practically 5 million gold here. And then I bought the long boy and basically spent all of my money back in October 2018. And then it's been a steady climb throughout BfA, coming up to, I mean, it's currently 3.6 million at the moment. So it's a decent amount over time. Thank you, Darkwing, that's brilliant. I know, time really does fly. I can't believe I'm coming up for 2 years of streaming now. That will be in the beginning of September, so not too long away. I can't believe that. It really has flown. That's brilliant. Did I miss anything on chat? Let me just scroll quickly back up. Got everything sorted there. Everything's there. Flew by. Yes, exactly. Right, so restocking wise, let's have a look at our task list. A few things we're going to need to do. Lots of silk cloth. We need to go and get stuff from the guild bank. So as we're here, we might as well come inside. Didn't even know BfA had been out for a year. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Well, there goes a Culterian crafting. Nice and cheap though, 74 gold, so there's not a huge profit on that. 35 gold profit. Let's take everything from the guild bank. Now this pink dye I'm going to have to get from a tailor. Now Stormwind's not probably the best place to get that from because you have to fly all the way across, but I think I'm going to have to do that. Might as well, whilst I'm here. I might as well get some extra whilst I'm here. So let's have a look at, go to the mage quarter really. That'll be the next best thing. Talk about flu-flown. You still don't have flying, Darkwing? It really is very useful. So you can get there eventually, but it just takes lots of sort of like ticking away at it. That's the way I got through it. I managed to do I did Najata first, and then I went back and did Megacon was actually quite quick, I found. Where's the tailor here? There you are. Right, tailoring supplies here.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for pink dye, please. I'll buy... Oh, you don't have any pink dye. Yes, you do. It's here. Let's take 200. Just a little bit extra. There we go. Whilst we're here. You just got back into WoW yourself. Oh, have you, Buck2? Excellent. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. You come back after about a year break. Yeah, that's quite long, Will. Do I plan on playing Classic? I think I will, Billis. Just to remind myself how it was, because even though I had access to the beta, I didn't really give it a go other than create my character. So I feel like I would like to at least give it a go, certainly. But the thing is, I don't have the time to be able to really invest in it, because I was only ever a casual player anyway back in vanilla. So this is going to be, I mean, my focus is really going to be BfA, because I would like to get every profession, ideally. You're not even honoured with each one. Oh, right, Darkwing. Okay, that might take a little while then. The emissaries do help. The Najata ones come around quite quickly, so that's quite nice. That's the similar, better than Hakili. Oh, that was the extra rotation add-on you're talking about, isn't it? Yeah. So you still have to get all the reps for Pathfinder 1. Oh, Pathfinder 1 is even more, yeah, well, definitely. Good evening, Erfen. Hope you're doing well. So I'm just catching up on chat here. Because you can see the bind of the button. Yeah, that's the useful part, isn't it? Between that other add-on you showed me and Hakili. I'm sticking with Hakili for the moment, whilst I learn a few rotations, because I'm thinking about getting an MMO mouse of some kind, and then splitting my left hand and right hand and what they do. It should be alright. You've been about 4 to 5 hours of world quests. Wow, a day. Wow, that is quite the investment. Renovating your apartments, you're not able to get PC. Get to the PC next, and then a load of numbers. I'm not sure what the numbers are. Maybe you started your rotation early. Okay, so we're going to go through everything here. Something's on Jahwakening. Let's just check that. What do we need there? The rubbery flank is there. Do we have any in the... Samadan has some. There's none in the guild vault. And Jahwakening only has 4, so we might as well try and buy some of that. Save me having to log over. That'll be Oh, the next 1.5 weeks. Oh, okay. I'm with you now.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at
You can also
least
see the
2
bind.
centuries old.
You can change the to see it better on the icons. Oh, that's something I could look into. Let's have a look first, though. What I was buying was rubbery flank, and I'll come back and have a look at that. Probably when I'm over at Jahwakening. Rubbery flank. Okay, so this is a reasonable price. What's my average purchase price? Coming in at 750, so 850 is a bit higher. Market price is 860, 10 gold, regions 20. So I'm going to pick up just 25 there and another 32 there, just so I've got a little bit of extra stock.
Exotic, bring it to me.
We'll pick up those. And then we need bolt of silk cloth and bolt of mage weave, which we can do in our tailoring windows. So bolt of silk cloth, we need 13, so let's do those. And it's working, Samaro. Your name is working. Much better. The only thing you hate that Hikili doesn't help is for healers. Yes, remembering that rotation is always good. Oh, it looks like we've got an Oreo joining us. Let me find his camera. There we go. Oh, you filled the camera, Oreo. Come over this way a little bit. There we go. And you can turn round. There we go. Come around this way. You're showing the wrong end, Oreo. There we go. We have an Oreo joining us now. And we've done our silk cloth, so let's do the bolt of mage weave. 3 of those, that's easy. Cat cam, exactly. And I could do with zooming in actually. He's a little bit further out. Hold on. Oreo, let's do your close up. Configure video. Let's go. Zoom in. Oops. It's a little bit close. There we go. Hold on. Don't blink. There we go. There we go, Oreo. He's 7 kilos of fluff. His nickname's Fluffmorn. Enhance, exactly. You played with a Sphinx cat today. Oh, fantastic. I love those. It's really good as a animator for looking at their muscles and everything underneath. Greetings, Ignis. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Zen the Clown, thanks for stopping by. I'm trying to get back into gold making after a huge break, getting low on funds. I have a place where you can get TSM strings, paste bins, etc. You're more than welcome to take my paste bins. They're not completely up to date, but you're more than welcome to have a look. Let me just try that. Paste bin, I believe, should work. There we go. So you're more than welcome to have a look at mine. My groups are in there. It's not by any means extensive, but if you want something just to sort of pick apart a few things, they kind of go hand in hand with my YouTube guides, especially the deep dives for tailoring and enchanting. Those are my main 2 professions I've really focused on. Oh, the weekend wrap up. Oh, let's have a look at that actually. That should have gone live. Let's have a look. Let me just do a refresh. Haven't seen that yet, and I did hear it was going to come on about 7 o'clock, but I don't see it yet. Let me just check on the news. Should be there somewhere. Force multipliers sold. That's quite cool. No, I don't see anything yet. Gumdrops had it. He did all the uploading stuff for me. I just provided the text really. So we'll have a look, see if it does come up. But it hasn't started yet, Hagar. But thank you ever so much for stopping by. Once you farm a few tokens for Classic WoW, and you search for a spreadsheet after making around 600,000 with it, you found it was mine. Fantastic, Ignis, excellent. The Bracer Super Shuffle one, yes. Gumdrops is always late. That's how it's supposed to be. Yes, even when he's away. I'm sure he probably scheduled it to be next week or something like that. But we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see if it does pop up on WoWHead, then we can go over and have a look at it. That's essentially a Well, I'll wait until it comes up, and then we can go through it. There we go. It's trying to find auction operation to only sell 20, sell 50, sell 100, and sell 200. Okay. Only the operation. What do you want one to export? Because it's fairly, I think they're fairly easy to set up. Let me have a look at my operations, because I do have similar ones for my cooking. And if we go to operations, auctioning, so I have my cooking 1s, 5s, 10s and 20s, so it would be an extension of that, really. So my post cap is 20, my stack size is 20, and then for my cooking 10s, I've got allow partial stack off, 10 and 1, and the same with the 5s is 9 stacks of 5, allow partial stack off, and then cooking of 1s is 4 stacks of 1s, because obviously anything over 1 will be 5 anyway, and allow partial stack off, so it would be something similar to that. And then like Billis was saying, you have 4 operations, so like in my cooking I have the selling of the meals, I think. I've got cooking 20s, cooking 10s, cooking 20s, cooking 5s, and then cooking 1s, and it does it in that order until you run out of stuff, or you've used everything up in your number of stack sizes. With having 5 stacks, 9 stacks of 5s, that pretty much just uses up all my excess, and then the main ones, the 10s and the 20s, are going first. Make a master and link the other 3 with changes in stacks and caps. That's also useful, Jack. I don't tend to use that a lot myself, but yes, you can do that. I think I might have done it with the cooking a long time ago, is where you link this. I think it's that you link that to another operation, and then you connect it so it copies the same operations, so you don't have to, if you want to change anything, you only change the master one. How much more cloth does one get from synchronous thread? I'm not sure, Ignis, in terms of percentage. I've never actually tried to work out what it is. They just say you get more, but I've not done. It's difficult to quantify, really, because because it's a random amount of drops anyway, you'd have to do a run of something consistent and try and measure it exactly. But I haven't actually bothered to try and work it out. You have 16 auction operations assigned to your materials group. Wow, that's absolutely loads. But then you you don't do things by halves though, do you? So where was I? I was on restocking of everything, so we should have everything we need now. So let's go through and make these. So do my enchants. This would be about 18,000 worth of profit going from this. How in the world do I manage to sell those enchants? At the moment, simply because my server, Shadowsong EU, is roughly about medium pop. But these ones do sell, and for a reasonable profit as well. The critical strike and the haste are my good ones, the accords. But I still do the packs, not so much now. The weapons, a reasonable amount. Especially the quick and the deadly navigation, they still sell. And then occasionally it's all the old world ones that people use for leveling. Oh, what did I miss there? Oh, yeah, you used to play on Shadow Cell. And you have almost all the recipes in the game, even better. Well, I do find some of the old ones, the leveling ones, do sell. But maybe it's maybe the population's changed in Shadowsong since you left. Solo pirate dungeons 5 times without it. Maybe that gives you a rough number. That's a good idea, Ignis. Let us know what kind of numbers you do get. For a while you made money on tomes. Yeah, the tomes I find aren't as good as they used to be. I still get the occasional sale of them, but not that much. Mongoose Crusader, definitely. They are occasional ones. Elemental Force is still an occasional seller. But you play since vanilla. I've been on Shadow Song since vanilla, but I took a very big break between Cataclysm and Wall of Zadrana, and I came back in Legion. Hey, it's Vance. I don't do any dual crafting yet. I would like to do every profession, definitely. Yeah, Tier 7 4 is a little bit easier for linking all those things. I know you could do it in 3, couldn't you? When you look at your crafting menu, you see a lot of reds. Yeah, especially with enchanting, that all depends on the price of your... I think I'm going to have to do a reload here. The price on your materials, really. I didn't miss much. Pandaria, what's up? I really liked Pandaria. I like the look of it, but I am thankful I kind of missed Wall of Zadrana. Right, okay, that was the wrong thing I wanted to click on. Let's click on Take the Route. And Silkweed Statues. I'm actually missing a Shalder Eye Cell, okay. Even though TSM thinks I do have it, I haven't got it. I need to visit my bank so it resets and it knows what we're actually making now. There we go. I've been doing a lot of prospecting and selling the green and red gems for some nice profits. Okay, well, that's good to know other professions are doing well. I would like to do dual crafting, definitely. Just do dual crafting in Classic. Okay, is that going to be your preferred profession? I know with enchanting it's a lot more difficult because you can't really sell the enchants without barking in trade chat. I used to be a tailor and an enchanter back in vanilla. Actually, I used to be an engineer first, and then I switched to tailoring and enchanting. Okay, Rishi. Okay, so Maris, thank you very much for stopping by. Oh, is it Burning Crusade profession? Oh, well. There we go. I don't remember. I was around for them, but I can't remember the professions being introduced. Yes, yes, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. What else wasn't in there? Inscription wasn't in there either. Is that correct? Inscription was in a later edition. It's been a while. My TSM has a few bugs, so a fresh TSM for making all yourself. Inscription was Wrath of the Lich King. Oh, okay. Okay. I do remember other ones coming in. I remember the specialisms for the different masteries on tailoring coming in and choosing Shadow Weave as mine. Right, I think I've made everything now, so let's quickly post that lot on. We'll have a look at that, see how things go. So let's go for my auctioning and select all groups. There we go, we'll run a post scan. Yeah. Sean Small, good day to you. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a lovely week so far. So let's just post on all of our shirts, our cooking, and a few different bits and pieces of enchanting. See if we can generate a few more sales. That's everything restocked on at least. So we've got that done. Doing very well, thank you very much. We're just going through our auctions as they are at the moment. We probably could do with doing our daily cooldowns and going through my other characters as well. But for the moment, I think we're done on this part. Let's have a look at my cooldowns. So I'll probably need to do those. My Hex Weave, I imagine, needs doing. And I'll do my enchanting whilst I'm here for my temporal crystals, even though we have a fair amount of those at the moment. Let's see, someone still makes money crafting. It's the only thing I've ever done, and it certainly does make me my gold, so I'm very happy for this and my server at the moment. Merchant Wolf, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Let me just check on the WoWHead, see if it's actually come up yet. No, nothing as yet on the news. Let me just have a look. Recent news. No. I wonder when Gumdrops has scheduled it to come on. Just halfway on my tailoring video. Oh, brilliant. I hope you're enjoying it. Tailoring is one of my second favourite professions, enchanting being my favourite. Okay, we've done our We've done our cancels, we've done our restocks, we've posted everything on, we've collected the mail, we've done our daily cooldowns. So I think we should pop over to our other characters and see what they are doing. So let's go have a look. Crafting wands in Classic and making multiple silver. Oh, I do remember wands. I remember running out of mana and just using my wand in the background. Okay, excuse the Davy Jones look of Jahwakening. He's gone full benthic on us. But he's getting started quite well in his alchemy. Let's see if we've had any more sales since I last checked on him on Friday. Yeah, it's completely over the top. I think pretty much all my alts are going benthic at the moment. Okay, so let's have a look at the mail first, and then we'll have a look, see if there's any dailies. Well, we can come back to Jahwakening to see what else we need to do, because we're still working on the rank 3s for alchemy at the moment. Still a lot of stuff to do here. We've got a couple of sales here though. 6,600 gold. So those have expired. So we've got a couple of coastal mana potions and 10 of unbridled fury. So that's good. That's at least giving me a little bit of gold. I actually only have 6,800 gold, so I don't have any gold on him at the moment. Let's have a quick look actually at my auctions. Could be that they're about to expire. In fact, they have expired. That was all of them. I don't have many auctions on at all, in fact. So let's have a look here. Oh, took a little while to come up. And let's go to auctioning, run a post scan. I'm running a little laggy here in Ashtar. I'll have to just let that run through. Oh, Cosmic, thank you very much. Cosmic Bit, thank you very much for using your Prime. Really is appreciated. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Samadan squad. We have a whole load of emotes to use as you will. Thank you very much indeed. Brutal Mark, but single one thing you'll miss about retail in Classic. Yeah, that is true actually. Food's nearly ready. Not very healthy tea tonight. Homemade burger and chips. Fantastic, Adriana. I like that. I had a full-on roast beef brisket that I made earlier, so I'm completely stuffed. So let's post these on at this price. Let's go through all of those. Heard a rumour Samadan's in charge of the blog post today. That's right, Sean. Well, I'm not completely in charge of it. I provided the text to Gumdrops, and he did all of the formatting and the uploading onto WoWHead itself. And he did tell me it was going to come on at 7 o'clock, but I haven't seen it yet. So I think that's a typical Gumdrops late scheduling, I think. We'll have a look though. We'll see if it comes on. Hopefully it's all been scheduled correctly, but I don't see anything yet on the WoWHead, so fingers crossed. That's very true. Is it working bad? I don't know. I find it generally can be quite slow anyway, but usually I used to blame that on Mr. Potato, but as Mr. Potato 2.0 is a little bit faster, it is still a little bit slow, that's for sure. Okay, so we're done with that. We need to do our daily cooldowns, which is going to be the transmute herbs to anchors. We might as well do that. And then we'll keep on. I've got 3 bags to open actually. 3 bags full. There we go, so that's going to be another 30 anchor weed. There we go. Hey Zeran, how are you? You stopping by? Technitive reminded you to join. Can I have an Oreo giveaway for the weekend? I don't think Oreo would agree to that. Or the rest of my family for that matter. Good evening, Mushy. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. I know it's a Saturday. I've completely upset the routine. But thank you for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We're just going through and just going to do a little bit of restock on alchemy. We're going to go through each of my characters and see what we can make. Alchemy is still very much at the fledgling stage. I really don't have enough zenithid to make this much of everything. Let me just check my quantities of those. Steel skin, focus resolve, and Coastal Mana. I'm certainly not going to have enough of that. Focus Resolve, this one, I should already have some on the auction house. Got 20 on. I'd make some more of those if I could, but the sale rate's not amazing on those. Steel Skins, the sale rate's even worse. And Coastal Mana, I'm not sure how much that's going to sell anyway, really. That's just a Riverbud. I think that sale rate is a hangover from previous, definitely. You're fine working on your engineering for your hunter. Oh, fantastic. I can make a Lucy giveaway for a few hours. She's currently pretty mad at you because of the bandage on her leg and the cone on her head. Oh dear, poor Lucy. I hope she's okay. It is an extra one, Mushy. We were hoping for the WoWHead blog to appear at 7 o'clock, which I did a guest post for Gumdrops on, but it hasn't made an appearance yet. I wasn't involved in the actual uploading part of it, so we'll see if it does turn up. I wonder what Ruben is up to. I'm sure, well, last picture we saw from Gumdrops was he was in his cat carrier, so hopefully he's probably gone for a nice holiday. Oh, levelling your hunter to 120 to work on engineering. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Temper tantrum is worse than the wound she kept licking on her head. Oh, right. Yeah, I can imagine. Dogs really don't like the cone shape. Cats don't like it either, but I remember our dog Bessie used to hate having the cone on. She'd just bash around the house with it. So I was looking at those potions of restocking, and I don't think I'm really going to have... I certainly don't have enough to make all of those. So I'm going to leave my alchemy as it is for the moment. We're still working on the rank 3s. I managed to get one rank 3 from the elite Nagas, but we still need to do Operation Mechagon dungeon. We still need to do the heroic for the Silas sphere, and we still need to do the world quest and get the reputation up to revered for the Ankoan. So there's still a lot to do here for Jahwakening. Should you prefer for some more dungeon spamming? It would be nice to do some later, definitely, Mushy. We might be able to get maybe if we could do either a heroic or a mythic. That would be useful to see if I can get everything for the Silas quest. Yes, we did hear Silas, Ellens. We're getting started on it. We haven't got there yet. We are currently at the stage, where are we at? With the sphere down here somewhere. So we've got all the regular dungeon bits and pieces, but in order to do the mystical cauldron, I do need a... where is it? Hydrocore. And I don't have those because I haven't done any heroic dungeons or any mythic dungeons for those ones. Scary because this week, screaming last night from pain. Emergency vet said after taking x-rays she might have gotten a nerve pain in her lower back. Oh, right, okay, but she's fine now. She's drying from pain and she slipped off a big stone she was walking off on and ripped a bit of fur from her leg, and then she turned into a wound, which turned into a wound by licking. Ah, right, okay. Dogs do that, don't they? Stop licking, no cone, exactly. But they can't help it. It's a natural thing for them to do. You get a hydrocore from Operation Mechagon. Oh, interesting, Blem. So we could maybe kill two birds with one stone and do a Operation Mechagon, and get the hydrocore at the same time, because it is a mythic difficulty, isn't it, or something like that. You're not going to do Operation Mechagon with Samadan. Okay, Mushy, is that a bad idea? Especially if I heal. Sportcast, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Right now, so you can remember him, how he was before Silas without the mental torment. I'm sure it will be fine. You can quote me on that, Rasheen. No, we can heal that, it's hard. Okay, Mushy. What about if I did DPS and just stood in the corner? Do you think that would be safe? Let me clip that. And then you can resurrect it in time from now and say, here was you saying that Silas was okay. Okay, so I'm gonna leave Jahwakening for now. I'm just gonna check my other characters first, but we can come back and work out what we're going to do in terms of advancing alchemy. So we'll just check on Erfen. Erfen, he's only half Davy Jones. He's got benthic gear on the on his legs and hands. He hasn't gone full benthic. Maybe do any other mythic first. Okay, you die for everything still. You haven't been able to complete it. Oh really? Okay, so it is a tough one then. It's pretty hard if you weren't there yet. Okay, thank you all for the cautionary notes. I shall take heed of your advice. Oh look, spies needed shimmer scale. What do we get for the shimmer scale? Oh, it's just war resources. Okay, we'll leave that then. But we will check the mail whilst we're here. We might have had a couple of leather sales. I think I've cleared all of my bracer shuffles from earlier. And we do have some expires though, so let's deal with those. We have one sale. Shimmer scale, waistguard of the fever flare. Going to get coffee, paracetamol, and change the sweatpants and stuff. Okay, Mushy. That's a good combo if ever there was one. Okay, so shimmer scale, waistguard. That's one thing sold at least. So we're currently at 115,000 on Earth, and we did buy a WoW token earlier because I was worried about the price going up. I don't have the clip just in case. Okay, so let's post on our auctions here. Maybe do a little bit of a restock. See what else we need to do.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Checking some clips and you found this. What was this one? I remember this one. Let me just move this one over. This was Elmorte. That's an old one.
There we go.
Hold on. Oops. Let's play that again. Paint me like one of your ladies, Jack. I remember that.
There we go, Heath.
Paint me like one of your ladies. Oh, looks like we've lost our Rio here. Hold on. Let's just turn this camera off. There we go. We don't need that on for the moment. Okay, so let's got that. Was I doing a post scan or a cancel scan? I can't remember. Post scan, I think, because everything had expired. Let's run that. There we go. What server am I going for Classic? I am got Mirage Ridgeway as my first choice for Classic, because it's a PvE server, and that would be my preferred choice to go PvE, because if I do it, I will be super casual. So I don't want to really be bothered too much with PvP. But just in case PvP does turn out to be fun and everyone suggests it, I have reserved on one of the PvP servers, but chances are I'll stick with PvE if I do play it that much anyway.
If you find anything exotic,
because my main focus is still going to be trying to get all my professions up. Oh, you're on Mirage Ridgeway as well, Jack. Excellent. We can see you there then. Bone Arrow, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. I think I chose that one because I remember it being so... I remember being there in that zone for so long. Coffee Art, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, excellent. We'll all be on there. Right, so check my auctions, and we're just going to do a restock here, and I'll clear that. We're not going to do the alchemy, and we'll check on the leatherworking. Just the waistguard that we sold, so we'll make an extra one of those, and post that back on. Keep a supply of those going. So that should be fairly easy. So we'll run a post scan on that, get that on, and then we'll swap over to Elmorte, our Pandarian alchemist, our transmute master, and see what we can do with the living steel here. Start a guild there. We could do, but to be honest, I don't think I'm going to be playing that frequently. I could set one up if people are interested in that. For the times that I am on. No SSD space left for Classic. Right. Yeah, I guess actually Classic's not as big though, is it? It's about 6 gigs compared to WoW. Okay, nothing in the mail. So we haven't had any sales recently.
Needs to be at
We'll
least
do our
2
daily
centuries
cooldown
old.
whilst we're here. Let's go to here and do my living steel. Got 28 of these still left to do. So I'll keep them ticking through. And we might as well post it back on. Yeah, it is a little bit smaller, isn't it? So we're done on that. I think I've got everything here, so let's just post that on. That shouldn't be too bad.
Have anything ancient to trade?
I have got some
Needs
living
to
steel
be
on
at least
already.
2 centuries old.
I haven't got the maximum amount I want, but it's enough. Sometimes we do get some sales coming through. River's Heart's quite a nice price. Get that on. Okay,
Find anything
so that's an
exotic,
easy one.
bring it.
He's been doing quite well for gold. Currently at 33,000. Done with posting rank 3s? Fantastic. Next PC should have a 1 terabyte SSD. That's a good idea, definitely. What am I sipping on? It's just water, coffee up, just to keep me hydrated. But I use a metal straw because it's messy with my beard otherwise. Got small, you got 45 gigabytes left. Oh, that should be plenty. I think it's only about 6 gigabytes. Okay, so those are all done. Our 4 main characters. These ones don't really get used anymore. We've restocked on everyone, so it's probably worth having a look at Jahwakening again and see what we can do in terms of rank 3s for the alchemy. We'll have a little look at my sheet that I've got here. Let me just find that. Let's go over to this one. So this is my Miro board for my brainstorming. So originally with my alchemy it was a very simple checklist, but now we're going for the rank 3s. We've got a couple of these. I got one of these rank 3s actually. Let me just check one of those. Which one have I got? Which was the one that I got? Superior Battle Potion of Stamina. I got one of those rank 3s. So let's go back over to that. We can select one of these ticks and then copy and paste it. And then drag it down to Superior Battle Potion of Stamina. There we go. So that's one done out of all of those. Still got plenty more to do. 500 and 250 full. Wow, okay, that's a lot. You got one, what was that? 1 terabyte SD and 2 500 normal SDs. Plenty of space there, definitely. That's definitely enough. Going SSD only. About the ring enchants, I did mushy. Why in particular would today be a good day for resetting them? I looked at the prices on my server and they seemed okay at the moment, so I'm probably going to keep them as they are for now, but it's interesting to know, certainly. So what else have we got here? Ah, it's the world quest, is it? Let's have a look. Najitar Kaltiras. Oh, we've got here recipe. Oh, pardon my Lightfoot potion ×3. That's going to be useful actually. Looking at that, but I'll have to go over onto Samadan, I think, and check the other ones. But whilst I'm here, anything for a rank 3, a Lightfoot potion, is definitely worth doing. So we need 3 Lightfoot potions. Let's do that now whilst we're here. Best if I see it myself. Okay. Some people have a 400 ring in Tol Dagor. Wow, really? Hold on, here we go. He makes some happy to he makes some similar fricandella, if that's well. Fricadella is like the burgers, aren't they? Is that what you mean? because I used to have those, my sister used to have those in Germany quite a lot. I used to eat the bratwurst, and she used to have the frikadellen. Like, is it pork-based burger with a little bit of mild spicing? You have a fricadelle roll. Ah, right, okay. Right, we'll come over to Samadan and have a look at that, but first I'm going to do this Lightfoot potion whilst I'm here. Oh, it's not like the same, is it? Okay. Usually 50-50 pork and cow. Okay. Any spin disc on your PC because they're way too loud. They are noisy, certainly. You can hear when they shut themselves down. I'm actually from the south of the UK, but I was born and raised in Germany for the first few years of my life, just because my father was in the army, but then we moved over here to the UK. Germans more spices and onions. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, we did travel around quite a lot. I never really stayed in any one place to call home, sadly. Right, let's move on over to here. We'll do this whilst we're here. Borealis, and then fly up. Make sure I've got enough for the potions. We'll pick up the rank 3s. We get as many rank 3s as I can, really. Even if they're old rank 3s, I'd rather have them. I have no memory of this place. Where's the exit? There it is. Always confuses me. So, Lightfoot potions. Let's queue up 3 of those. It's more like meatballs. Ah, okay. You like the only non-European here? No, I'm sure there's plenty, Sean Small. I do have quite a few. It's all Dutch to me. Okay, this is yours, is it? Have a look. Oh, right, that's completely different. Okay, interesting. Yeah, okay, that's definitely different. With mayo, curry, and onions. It does sound nice, though. That was your dinner today, was it, Moshi? Oh, fantastic. Potions. Lightfoot potion. Okay, we can actually make a profit on these, according to that. Are these useful? Increases movement speed by 150%. That seems like a good thing. Do they sell? TSM is telling me a 0.33 sale rate. Let's queue 3 of them up. We might want to add these in. Oh, she's going to stay for 10 seconds. Right, okay, so let's move on over. We can fly here directly, actually. As we can fly, we'll head north. We'll follow the arrow. There we go. Pick this one up, and then I think we'll drop back to Samadan and have a look at what you were saying with the enchants. Still nothing on WoWHead. That's a shame.
Absolutely not. Please, just get rid of them.
I wonder if you accidentally set it to come up on Sunday or something like that. We'll have a look. If not, we'll still enjoy the extra stream, nonetheless. And those that were here earlier got to see my new intro screen. Oh, herbs. Hold on. Where's the herbs? There's a box here as well. There we go. Winter's Kiss. Len, thank you very much for the follow. Let's go back this way. Here we go. The Lightfoot sells pretty frequent. Okay, thank you, Zoran. I'll add that to my list then. He did go that way, Sean Small, but I don't know. Oh, there we go, down here. But I don't know what he's. He didn't say what he was actually up to.
I welcome those who
Okay, Lightfoot potion. 2 of those. Rank 3. Very nice. So we'll learn that. That's my Cecile recipe tooltip flickering away there. Maybe I'll turn that off. So we've got a rank 3 of that one. Margaret Gray, how are you? just tweeted me, but I guess it's too late because they've already started. Oh right, what was that? I haven't seen my tweets of late, but I hope you're doing okay. Thanks for stopping by. Let me just check. I don't see anything on here. But good to have you here, nonetheless. Oops, that was the wrong button. Let's click that and click that. You said during the stream tonight, would you be willing to make mention of the problems which continue to plague TSM4? It's not really my bag, as it were. I mean, I use TSM4, but I'm not one of the developers, so I know there are a few bugs with it. But most of us try and find a workaround most of the time. Zeraphina spams the rank 3s every day when they are live. That's very useful to know. Thank you, Zeraphina. I must admit I don't check as often as I should, because usually I only check when I'm actually able to go and do something about it. Join FTSM has a protect auction house frame, so when you hit escape on your keyboard it doesn't close the auction house. As far as I know, no. I mean, I think that's a fairly universal close all windows in World of Warcraft. I don't believe it has anything special that would prevent that. I love the background music in this area. Okay, so we're done here. So I think if I'll pop over here and... Actually, we're going to make some of these Lightfoot potions whilst I'm here. I'm going to add this to my group, because I think these would be a good thing to add in. Lightfoot potion. So we currently don't have any on. I have actually sold 2 before. Yeah, honey, thank you very much for the follow. You're doing well. There's little things like this make you stick with TSM3, however broken it is now. Oh, did TSM3 have it, Rasheen? Ah, I see. Let me just check. I've never actually tried it. I mean, usually I do, though. Let me have a look. So, auction house. It's not something I've ever actually wanted, so press escape and it does go. Is there anything in the settings? Let's have a look. So, we've got tooltip settings, auctioning, rounds normal price, cancel auctions with bids, whitelist, people, cash register, can't see anything there, inventory mailing, macros, wouldn't imagine it would be there, so I can't see anything. General settings, let's just check here again. Store operations globally, well, there's a load of stuff here. Account syncing, enable tweet enhancement, no, haven't got that one. You can open the map with the auction house window open, yeah, you can certainly do that, definitely. Module options, protect AH frame. It's not something I was aware of. Let's have a look, but I can't see anything. Just going through all the lists, just in case. Disenchant, everything else is there. Crafting. No, it doesn't look like they have. Maybe that's something on the list of things for them to do. I didn't even realise it was a thing in TSM3. That's how little I used it. But no, nothing I can see, obviously. Oh, Oreo's back. Let's put your camera back on. We're all going to have to zoom out a little bit. You don't want to see just Oreo legs. There we go. Let's configure the video. You've gone right in front of the camera, Oreo. No one can see you. Okay, that's as far out as I can zoom. There we go. We just got... hold on. There we go. If you turn around, Oreo, people can see you. There we go. Protected from anything but escape button. Now, scans are huge and take a lot of time. Accidentally opening a window closes auction house and lets out. And you let out a very loud bell. I can imagine if you've got long Oh, you don't close it with another window. Yes, that's true. You can open other things, yes, and it doesn't close. Because, like, if I have a auction house window open here, I can also open up my alchemy window, and they're both open. I guess even if I have the standard window open, you can still see that. And then if I switch to the map's still there as well. So I still do have the auction house window open. Oh, right one too. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well.
If you find anything
But it seems to be.
bring it to me.
I guess that would be why I don't need the escape to protect it, because I'm always using it anyway.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Let's carry on with the potions at the moment. So we're making Lightfoot potions. Let's see how many we can actually make. We can make 52 of them. So let's make 23. That's a good number. Craft these. Oh, I haven't got my Cultiran crafting gloves on. Hold on. Let me just swap out my gloves. Which ones do I want? 385 Cultiran crafting. There we go. They look exactly the same. And go back to my alchemy, and then make all of those. There we go. That's a little bit better. Are you able to right-click during a scan and add competitors to your friends list, like in TSN 3? No, I don't think they've added in the friends list integration yet. That's one of the things I have noticed. So now that we've got the rank 3, we're starting to see some of these procs, which I know it's not Silas levels, but this is interesting. This is the first time I've really seen that happening. Biggest issue for you is you can't shift click to import single items. It's so difficult now. Usually for me, bringing single items in is I do bringing in things from my bags, really. Got your restock operations from your alchemy now to 50, and it's still not enough for the week. Right, okay. No worries, Margaret. I know it can be frustrating going from TSM 3 to 4, and there were a few things missing. For me, I went straight in. I didn't really use 3 much, and I went straight into the 4 beta, so I didn't have any of those. I was barely using 3, so I didn't have any of those prior frustrations that I know a lot of you more long-term gold makers had, certainly. But we're going to add these into my group here, so let's have a look. I've just got a general potions group at the moment. I'll expand on this further as I do a bit more. So what was that? A Lightfoot potion. So let's add this to the list of general potions to make. We're trying this out, and we'll go into this a lot more detail once I get more rank 3s. At the moment I'm just crafting what I can to see if I can get a little bit of profit back. The only thing you do is craft till max bag space. Yeah, I tend to let it go to the mail now these days. I'm not too worried about it going off to the mail, especially with all my time spray braces. The restock operation profit overwrite to crafting divided by 1.4 till you have the Silas, then it's crafting divided by 1.7. Okay, thank you, Zoran. I won't do that just yet because I still have quite a lot of rank 2s rather than rank 3s. But that's a good idea. I'll certainly use that for the future. I'm just going to post these on as they are at the moment. I'm going to see what I can do at this point and then carry on regardless. Mail emptying takes so long. It does in certain times and places, definitely. Is it possible to hit open all mail and have it fill your bags instead of having to hit open all mail again with each page? You can, if you hold shift down when you open mail, then it will go through. I think it's in the tooltips. Is there a tooltip for this? No, I don't think there is. If you do shift and open all mail, or shift sales, or shift buys, then once the mailbox cycles through the minute 59 seconds, it will then carry on opening that one thing. And also you can press control with open all mail, and it will take everything but the gold and leave you the gold, which is also useful. And then you can combine that with control and shift, and that works as well. The flute music, this is the Storm Song Valley background music, which is really nice as far as background music goes. So we're in Storm Song Valley, but they have really nice ambient music in this zone. It's really nice. Okay, so we posted those on. We'll come back to Jahwakening. We're going to go and check Samadan in a moment. So let's just hide in a rested zone. There we go. Please, you're online. What was that for, Marcus? And what would you say is the most viable way of making gold at the moment from what you've been doing this month? For me, it's always been crafting, but that's been my focus. But as Jack said, flipping is, if you know your market, that's where you can make a lot of gold, definitely. Because simply, I don't understand the markets enough to be able to do it myself. Oh, it keeps timing out. Oh, I feel your pain on that one. Right, let's go through and log out here. Cosmic Bit, thank you very much for the follow. So let's go have a look at this enchanting mark and see how that goes. Just after a reset when prices drop, and resell when they jump right back. Kind of. Flipping is basically finding something that you know can sell for higher, be that a certain BOE with certain abilities. You see me flipping through a few things. That is true, Jack. I have tried a few things, but only if I really know the market, like say enchants. In that case, I will do something. Let's just have a look at our enchants at the moment. How are things doing? We've got a couple of sales, nothing new here. Let's have a look at the map, as Masha was suggesting. So let's do Kultiris. Just move my things down here. So what am I looking for in particular here? I can't see anything that would use the enchants that much. War resources, Najatar, Zandalar, team, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. If there is a 400 item level ring reward, okay. What's the reward in Tol de Gore? Hold on, let me have a look. Which one's that? Where is Tol de Gore? Is it in Zandalar here somewhere? I've got a 385 benthic chest guard. Oh, here we go. From the Queen here. A level 385 Zandalari band. Is it Kultiris? Okay, let's have a look. Tol de Gore. Sealed Kulturan crate collected. Overseer Korgasane. Yeah, it is a 400 plus ring. Interesting. It's Interior Guard Sound. Well, there we go. Thank you for the information. That's the one. Sealed supplies. Rasmoric, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Finally get to catch one of my streams. I know it's an unusual one for me to be doing one on a Saturday, but there we go. Quick question: where do I redeem your marks of honour for the recipe ranks when you get round to farming PvP? In the Najatar PvP vendor, which is in your main area, you'll be able to do the notorious ones there. The ring reward spikes sales. Oh right, so people getting the ring, obviously, will then have a... I see what you mean now. So let's have a look at my ring enchants. So I'll have a look here. We'll clear, that's all clear. So my rings, let's look at both of them, I guess. Run a shopping scan. So all known stuff's gone more expensive because Rage is opening, you know, when to buy and sell, sort of resetting the market prices. It's a total different game where you can literally get the max out doing less. Yeah, exactly as Jack says there. So these are all a reasonable price, apart from these Accords of Mastery. Those ones, I would say, could possibly do with a reset. And we looked at this at the beginning, and I didn't really feel comfortable given the sale rate of 0. Well, my sale rate says 0.99. Region sale rate says 0.45. I could possibly push this up higher. So there'll be 3, 7, 8, 11, 15, and then another 20, 30, 35 roughly. 35 rings I'd have to, oh those 4 are mine actually, so about 30 rings I'd have to buy in order to push this up to 1,700. I'm not sure how quickly they're going to really sell. That's too many for me, certainly. I think having that many Accords of Mastery when it's really the... I would do it if it was a critical strike or a haste. I've got 29 Accords of Haste because I've already reset it once before. Critical strikes, I've got the main 10 on me. Yeah, I'm thinking so, but it's a good idea, Mushy. I hadn't actually considered that. People getting World Quest rewards and then upgrading them with the enchants. Good idea, though. Very good idea. Okay, so we're done with... Actually, whilst we're here, let's do a cancel scan, because I saw some things were actually... let's deselect all groups and do the Accords, the good pacts, the weapons, and those. I'll run a cancel scan on those, because I did see I was undercut on some of these, so let's go through and reset everything here whilst we're here. Bought a lot of Saronite, changed that in title seal to sell that. Nothing wrong with farming, but you really want to make big bucks, then flipping and a bit of crafting is the way. I would agree with Jack on that, definitely. Right, there's lots of stuff to cancel here, so let's run through all of those. Get through those. Prices are now around 1,700. You have to craft again. Still struggling to get enough failed. Actually, I'm all right with failed at the moment. I found I've got a reasonable stock from doing a couple of large bracer shuffles. So thankfully, I'm okay so far. Obviously, that will change, but we'll hang on to that for now. And your server price is just too hard to tell if they'll ever jump back up in price. It's difficult if you don't know which direction it's going to go in, certainly. You've got no failed, alright. You have 330 expulsum spread over a few alts. That's a lot of expulsum. And you're sitting on 95,000 linen. Okay, that's going to be a huge amount of shuffles, definitely. But so hard to get Miscal. Really? I find Miscal's one of those things that I've got in abundance. It's very strange. Tempest Hide I was running out of quite a lot of on my server. So it's really interesting to see how everything does change. You're 17 and your son is 46. Do you mean the other way around? To make gin. We got a parents in his go. That's why it sounds crutches, wheelchairs. Onto the story, so let me and my kid, well, I'll call him. We're at Disney. He wanted to go on the... Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but interesting. I'm not sure where you're headed with that one. Both are now above 7 gold, are they? Okay. Ooh, another Brutosaur next to us. Let's do a reload of that, get the last lot through, and then we'll get all the cancels. Thank you very much. Is that Letime or Letime? But thank you very much. There we go. We'll go through that, and we'll go through the cancels. I'll keep hold of that Culteran crafting, as we had that as our first sale of tonight. So that one's come through. So we'll take that, we'll do this, and we'll just run a post scan of all of our enchants again. You're right there, are you? Okay, yeah, the Accord of Mastery now going actually under 1,000 gold. And the same with the Quick Navigation, actually. Now, Quick Navigation I do know sells quite well. So I would be tempted to reset a Quick Navigation. Let me just have a look at those. How many of them are here? At a low price. So we've got a 999, 1,000. There's only 2 of those there. Then we jump up to 1,098. And then there's 15 of them there. And then we jump up to a more reasonable 1,400. That would be tempting. Quick Navigation, I've sold 204 of them. Last sold 1 day and 10 hours ago. I purchased 4 of them. So that could be a potential one there. 350 Temperside Miscale bought for about 650 each. That is all viable till then. Hybrid, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Jack was eating pasta. Enchants are totally messed up on the OC servers, like 300 gold each. Wow, that is very cheap. Can't eat and watch at the same time. 17.5k profit after purchasing, so no way can you craft what you just sold. That's a shame, isn't it? You do wish you could keep on top of the markets, especially when they're moving so fast, definitely. So we're looking at this Quick Navigation. I could potentially reset this one. Let's have a look. Let's post everything else on first, and we'll have another look at it in a moment. Let's just, oh, we haven't got to run the spoke scan again. Okay, we need to do that again. You described now to make gold. Okay. Only ones making right now are the Power Torrent. Even that's 50 gold. Wow, okay. So, yeah, it's a question of finding the right niche on your server, isn't it? If not every server's going to be the same, as that's a clear example of that. I'll put all those on as they are. And then we'll check Quick Navigation. We'll just do a quick search for that. Actually, we'll search for it here. There we go. Just sold a critical strike straight away. So that's good. It's worth doing that reset. So yeah, the Quick Navigation here at 999. I mean, we're talking at a 500 gold profit at the moment for me on that. But if we were to buy up some of these, we'd have to buy all the way up to the 1420, I imagine, to get a decent bump up on that. I would be tempted even to take that further and buy these 3 out as well, because my average would be lower, and not obviously go at 411,000, but something similar to that. Let's take mine off first. I know I just literally posted those on, but let's take those off. I actually have a sale there already, so we'll take that off, and then we'll go back to the shopping, rescan that. Pick one cheap BfA herb, buy some, post it, some nice stacks, some more gold, and undercut only people with the same posted stack size. Yeah, pretty stacking is a good idea. Is my in-game sound loud, Mushy? Okay, let me see if I can turn that down a little bit. Maybe it's my microphone that's a bit low. There we go. I've turned that down a notch. Hopefully my desktop sound should be a bit better now. Bought 25 stacks, 25 each, and sold the trinkets between 8 and 10k. That sounds pretty good. Giacomo, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Listing was really loud, was it? If the herb is like 7 gold each. Oh, that was for the other stuff you're looking at, isn't it? Okay. Let me just carry on with this thought process whilst you're doing that. So we're looking at Quick Navigation. Yes. Oops. Shift. Right click on that. So have a look at these 999. We'll buy that and we'll buy that. Then we'll come up here and we'll take all of these. Now the thing here is to be very careful with my scroll wheel. I do not want to be buying at 411,000. So I'm going to revert to clicking here. Now for a good reset here, I should really push this up a little bit higher. Take these last 3. Like that.
Find anything exotic, bring it to
Buy
me.
all of these. Quick navigations. And the cancels as well. There we go. And then we'll post that back on.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least
See how that goes now.
years old.
You've got all professions maxed out. Oh wow, okay. So you've got options there, definitely. So we're looking at the accords there, quick navigation. We're going in for 4,100. That's pretty high, but that's a good start. Obviously, I'm sure it'll go lower than that. But we'll see how things go. So you make the max rather than buy them, as much you said. Yeah, that's the best way to be most efficient.
Bring it to me.
That's the wrong button. Not easy to get epic gear to disenchant. Yeah, you have to craft it, Annihilus. That's what the whole Bracer Super Shuffle is about. Is you have a tailor, for instance. You make tie spray linen braces. You disenchant all the blues. You send the greens to your leather worker, for example, and the leather worker will then make something like honourable combatant braces, which are always epic, and then you disenchant those for the veiled crystals. We've got the where's my spreadsheet and everything else there. Hold on, let me have a look. I think I've got the Bracer Super Shuffle diagram at the bottom of it. Or did I take it off? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, I've got everything too big on there. Let me just reduce that down smaller. Oh, no, that's not gone smaller. Okay. Let me just move this up. Marcus, thank you very much for the follow. Very kind of you. This is the Lisp, although it's not a very good one at the moment. Let me just find a better one. There we go. Here we go. If you look at this, this is the list basically. You buy all of this sort of stuff. You make the cheapest of the braces out of these, tie spray linen, shimmer scale, arm guards or coarse leather arm guards, whichever's the cheapest of those. You disenchant the blues, you scrap the greens, and then the person who can make the cheapest of these does the scrapping, so they get the expulsum. And honourable combatant, leather arm guards or satin braces or mail arm guards, whichever's the cheapest out of those will always be epic. You send those back to your enchanter, and then you can make even more veil crystals that way. Then I've got the whole spreadsheet on that, which is what that was that I originally had, which gives you the price calculations. Oh wow, we've got Anonymous. Thank you very much for your sub. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Let's see, lots of emotes for you there. Thank you very much indeed for your support. Really is appreciated. Thank you indeed. Missed a whole load of stuff on the chat there, so let me just have a little scroll up. Nate, how are you? And Drethan, thanks for stopping by. What else do we have? The key is getting the rank 3s. I'm often use min buyout in the spreadsheet, not the average buy, because it's always way higher to see if it still make a profit. That's fair enough, Saren. Just go with whichever prices make most sense to you, definitely. The Melba Blue tri-state braces. So that wouldn't work with cloth epic braces. It would if you can do cloth epic braces cheaply enough, but I find with the honourable combatant braces, the cloth ones, where's the braces? These ones, my crafting cost here is 903 gold. It's way too much. That's because deep sea satin is usually way more expensive compared to the leatherworker prices. There we go. Mushy's got the shuffle, the spreadsheet there as well. Thank you very much for sharing that one. And I've also got a video on it, a YouTube video that goes through the whole process as well. Fill that out, you can see how much each one costs, yeah. 400 gold profit for every enchant. Problem is being on a smaller server, not many mats to buy. Ah, right, Bonara, yeah, that can be an issue, definitely. One of the good solo farms you could do, though, is the coarse leather at the quill bores. That's also useful. Deep Sea Assassin is 10 gold now on your server. Oh, really? Uwin's Enchanting Rod, exactly, yeah, you definitely need to make sure you've done that tool of the trade, and make sure you've got it. So those are the basics for that, but it's definitely worth it. Certainly if you've got a leather worker, a tailor and an enchanter, and you've got the right kind of materials prices on your server. That's the main thing, really. The Quill Rats one. What was that from? Will? Yes. You like that farm in your Demon Hunter? Yeah, it is a good one. As a solo farm, it certainly does work. That's a lot of Siren's Pollen. The other one's in Nazmir, is it? Okay. Interesting to know. Speaking of which, I think we should probably swap on over to Jahwakening. When Corance is full, there's a spawn near Freehold with around 6 to 7 dogs that works for you. Ah, interesting. Thanks for sharing that one. Did I actually post everything on that I picked up here? Yes, I did, because I got some extras there, so that should be fine. Okay. Next to the raid instance, those little animals are a hyperspawn. Oh, really? Interesting. You what? I know, Rasheen. There has to be a certain level of detachment, otherwise I certainly wouldn't be killing anything in this game if I started treating it as real things. So I'm going to swap over to Jahwakening. It looks like the WoWHead blog is not going to turn up at the moment. I wish I actually had access to being able to see when it was coming on. But we're going to swap on over to Jahwakening. We'll have a look. See if we can get some more rank 3s somehow. 45 minutes gives you 1600 leather, which is definitely a decent amount, isn't it? You can get like 2 gold more per herb, plus the auction house card, you're actually making gold from it. Yes, if you can get, basically if you're pretty stack, if you get all the cheap ones and scoop them up, your average buy will actually be a lot more, a lot slower, a lot higher, sorry. Do arrive alone, pick one area, halve the lizards. The quest in Restock where they made you kill baby apes. I don't remember that one actually. Didn't do that one either. No, I can imagine not. That is the joy of player choice, isn't it? Okay, so where do we need to head? Let's go. I guess let's go back to. That's Golden Lantern. You know what? I'll take a flight path. Just going to stretch my legs. Even though I can fly much more easily now, I'm going to take the flight path just back to here. And I can have a sip of my drink at the same time. Two people farm, you get the hyperspawn. And before you stopped, you made 80 to 130 pure profit a day. So sold a day for like 300k, and that was just on one server. Yeah, you can really make a decent amount of gold doing that. Just trying to drive you nuts with 3 conversations in chat at the same time. I try my best, Mushy, but I think I'm following most of them. One on pretty stacking, one on killing different things from old expansions, and one on the Bracer Super Shuffle. I can just about manage those. We're doing alright though. So I'm going to think about what I can do with Jahwakening here. We could potentially do a dungeon, if people are thinking. They might like to join in on a dungeon. I need... Yeah, we haven't done the Mechagon yet, so I'm ignoring that one for the moment. Let's move out of that one. I am Alliance, unfortunately. It would be Alliance EU if we do end up doing a dungeon. So I've got choices here. We could try and do a heroic something and try and get a Hydra Core out of that. That would be a potential one, and then we could at least finish off the Silas quest that way. Or we could do a Mythic something, a Mythic 0, and then you get a guaranteed one at the end. But it would be a question of choosing one that's relatively easy, as I am, shall we say, a little less skilled at the moment. Mythic 0 for 100% chance. Yeah, as you were saying, Blem. We are done with heroics. I'm overgeared. Yeah, I mean, I think looking at me, I mean, we're doing okay. Where are we at, character-wise? 389. That seems reasonable at the moment. For the shuffle, yeah, that's the one you want to look at. And what you want to do is make a copy of it. Like in Google, you can just like file, make a copy, and then you can edit it yourself and put in your own figures. You're wiped out from all the world quests this week's. Pass on the dungeon, no worries, Will. But thank you for nonetheless. You show your awesome tanking skills. So if we do have some interest in doing a dungeon, we could try one at Mythic 0. I seriously am not that good though, so it would be dependent on other people being better, if they're okay with that. I've got no idea what kind of dungeons we've got. Let's have a look. Specific dungeons. This is just obviously on the dungeon finder for heroic, but I imagine these are all in Mythic as well, aren't they? You can join your lot for some TPS. You can do any role. Okay. It looks like we've got some takers. If you are interested, I'll set up a group then, and then I'm happy to try any dungeon really. Anything that's quick and easy would be good to get the Hydra Core at the end. Let me set up a group. We could do Toll de Gore for the ring. That's a good idea, Zoran, actually. I actually found someone selling you 30 stacks of cloth for 1 gold each. Wow, fantastic. So yes, we are Alliance and EU. Yes, do Toll de Gore for the ring. Sounds like a great idea. Let me set up a group, and then anyone who would like to join is more than welcome. So we're going to try that. Custom, start a group. I think it would be safer if I did DPS, even though I do not that much DPS. But I'll list that up. Samadan plays WoW, and we'll go over to Toll de Gore. This druid or priest. Lizard can tank. Oh, very kind of you, Mushy and Lizard. And Snakes, you're going to heal. Fantastic. Let me just add Mushy in. Do you want your... Oh, you're going to change someone different, are you? Do you want me to add you in as a hunter, Mushy? Wishing you the shuffle a few weeks back. It's an interesting one, definitely. Well, there we go. Got one in already. Yes, please. Okay, I'll add you in, Mushy. There we go. I think that worked. There we go. Let me just move that down so I can see things. There we go, that's better. Hubby can tank. Is Hubby Lizard Mushy? There we go. Says invite Lumenhammer. Thank you very much. There we go. And then one more. Is that everyone? Lumen. Okay. Fantastic. Have we got enough people in here? I think we have now. There we go. Tank, 3 DPS, and a healer. Fantastic. I'll delist the group. Thank you all. Can I change the DPS first? I am... We are playing on EU Alliance. I think I've changed mine to DPS, didn't I? So I need to change this to Mythic, don't I? Hold on. Each week you'll complete Mythic. I've never done this before. Told de Gore. So do we need to actually fly over? We would have to, won't we? Yeah. Okay. I've got no idea where this is, in fact. Okay, I'll follow everyone else. Hold on. Let's go over here. It's over here. Well, okay, well I can use the world quest to find it. There we go, that's easy. Okay. Or you can summon, that's cool. Looks like I'm tank spec at the moment. Oh yes, I do need to change my specialisation. Well remembered. Hold on. Thank you all. This is why I'm not very good. Oh, I'm flying, I can't change. Hold on, let's go back. We'll get there eventually. Specialisations, balance, activate. I'm still flying. No, I'm not. Balance, activate. There we go. Right click on your player image to change difficulty. Okay, thank you. So we'll change that dungeon difficulty to Mythic. There we go. And that's done. Now I can enter flying. I'm going to have a look at this. Oh, is this what this is over here? I've never seen this before. No need to rush. Give me time to DPS as well. Yes. Otherwise I'll just be running around trying to follow along. But thank you all. This is going to be fun. Oh, I'm not flying now. Where is Tolga de Gore? Oh, it's just here, is it? Okay. This is something new. Where actually was I? Because I was over the ocean there. That did seem strange. Where actually were we? Okay, looks like everyone's around here. Interesting. Okay, let me just move around. I'll keep talking strat and DPS. Okay. All here. Let me just move this down so I can read things at the same time. Move that down there. There we go. It's an island off the coast. Okay. Right, there we go. So we've got everything here. So I'll keep an eye out. So, have we all gone in? I guess we will. Oh, is this the prison? Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. All here? Okay. Fantastic. So I've never really done a Mythic before as the dungeon leader. Do we have to do anything specific, or do we just go in? This is all new learning for me. I'm assuming we just go in. Discovered Tol de Gore. There we go. Yeah, it was we must have done it, didn't we? Oh yes, there we go.
Must be some unlooted cargo in there. Let's see if
Right,
we
so
some
we were
supply
Mythic,
crates
weren't we?
under their noses.
So we just follow everyone else, I guess. Let's go round. I don't have a water mount, unfortunately, so I'll use my druid form. And I'll follow along. Do we have like a timer or something like that? Or is that an add-on we need? Right, I'll just follow along. That's on higher rank Mythic. Okay. Okay, that's just with Mythic Plus. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, thank you all. Not on a 0. Alright, so it is just like a slightly harder regular one. No, that's the wrong thing. I need to be boomkin. Yeah. Then we'll do a few different things. Then I'll mash a few buttons and hope for the best. That's the general gist of things. Try and do a little bit of damage at the same time. Okay, that's it. Okay. Oh wow, Chocolate, thank you very much for the raid. Hope you're doing well. Pardon me if I'm not giving you full attention, but thank you very much. Oh, buzzing dome, let's get out of the way of those. That's on 2+, so we do have a little bit of time here on this. That's at least useful. Okay, move out of that. Let's go stand in here. I need to do my 0 here somewhere. That should be a little bit better. I can do a few more. DPS meters are overrated. Yeah, I would say so. Let me just move out of the way here. I'm not doing very well standing in the stuff. There we go, let's do a little bit of damage. Okay. No DPS meter, you're always on top. Okay, let's just stay here. That's going to hurt a little bit. Let's move around this way. And do a little bit more damage whilst I'm here. They certainly do seem harder than the last time we ran through this. Am I going to play Classic? I will give it a go. It's been a long time since I have done it. Obviously, 15 years, but... Oh, there's a couple more. But I will certainly give it a go. So, Shortcake, thank you very much for the raid earlier. Thank you very much. Oh wow, look at that. That's very good. Thank you very much, Ashumi. We can just carry on here. Right, so we followed... this was the prison, wasn't it? The parasites and all sorts of stuff going on here. Let me just do some DPS here. But yes, the plan is for me to do a little bit of Classic, but only in a casual way. I mean, I did, back when I did Classic right at the beginning, I was only casually playing anyway because I had a young family. And I think that's going to be my approach now, not because I still have a young family, my family are now teenagers, but my time is still limited. Because I still would like to play BfA, I still want to get all professions, I still want to carry on making gold, because that's one of my main fun reasons, but I'd like to try making gold in Classic. I know TSM might not be ready yet, but there's still things like Auctionator, or I remember using Auctioneer in the past. So there's plenty of things to at least do. Only going to level to 60 just to see if you still got it. I'm sure it's. I mean, it's a very relaxing thing to do because it just takes so much longer to do anything. So you do appreciate it, and the pace of things is so much slower. So I can really appreciate that side of things, definitely. Do that. I mean, it took me a long time to get to 60, but I remember just I was way behind everyone else when it came to actually reaching level 60. But I did get there. I did get to the right point at each expansion eventually. Definitely the first 3 up to Wrath of the Lich King. Oh, we need some more crates, don't we? There we go. Hear that. Bronk Fizzle, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Good evening to you too. Hope you're doing well. We're just currently doing a Mythic, where I'm hoping that I can actually be contributing here. Mythic 0 this is. We're trying to get ourselves a Hydrocore. Finally catch my stream. Well, very good to have you here. Thank you very much for taking the time to stop by. Okay, we need to keep clicking on these crates, I think. 2 of 6, and loot that whilst we're here. go. Don't think you're playing Classic. You have so much to catch up with retail. That's true, Will. As you're still working on all the flying requirements, that's going to certainly keep you occupied for a while. Get everything done down here. I'll do that one first. That should be enough. Hey Billy Wolf, help with your TSM command. Your computer's just got a clean. What do you need, Billy Wolf? I might not be able to actually set it up or type anything out at this stage, but I could certainly point you in the right direction, or someone else in the chat certainly will be able to. Want to work on all the allied races as well? Okay, that's going to certainly take a while, but it's worth doing. Some of the allied races look really good. I'd love to have a Kulturan Druid. You played a little Classic on the recent stress test. Found it a nice change of pace from retail. Then after playing some Classic, retail was a nice change of pace from Classic. Yeah, I can see the difference between the two, certainly. Yeah, they're very different games, really. What it was like in Classic is a long way off of retail now. It's a very different game. There we go, done that. We can do these. Let me get my AoE going on that. There we go. You want to set up a crafting operation, okay, but can't remember what to write to make it minimum profit for crafting cost. Okay, yes, you need to just have, say, something like 10 or 20% for your crafting operation. You don't put in the extra, you don't make it 110%, just make it 20% or 10% crafting, and that will be fine. I think we've all gone up here. I've lost everyone. Have I got enough crates? 5 of 6. Should almost be here. Oh, there's everyone. Me slowly taking up the rear. There we go. We've got 6. There we go. I'll do all of that. There we go. Is it TSM crafting cost? It's just crafting. The word crafting on its own. Crafting, say, crafting 20%. So crafting space 20%. Let me do this. I've got all 6 chests, if everyone else has. Crafting 20%, yep, that's it. Or you can make it 10% if you want to keep it a little bit tighter on your margins. King Slackmouse, how are you? Thanks for your TSM videos, by the way. Helped you a ton. Awesome work. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad you found them useful. And thanks for stopping by. We are currently... There's the build wrap. There we go. Do that one. I'd like to pretend that I actually know which buttons I'm pressing, but in reality I'm just spamming any ones that are under my fingertips and hoping that they're the same as what Hikili is showing me. Thing with Classic, it lets you experience the game on a different level. One either makes you miss simplicity, yeah, that's true. After Wrath of the Lich King you played without music, and Vanelli when I play with it on, I listened to the soundtrack from then. I love the music. I've always played with the WoW music on. They do a fantastic job with all the music. Summon an Oreo dance. We do have an Oreo actually. If you can see next to my right ear, he's on the sofa behind us. So he is here. He's just hiding. Good evening, Game Cat. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. It just says incorrect pricing. Have you got a space between the crafting and the 20%? Which we attacking here? Triad Raider. That work? Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm not sure what the difference would be there. Fun fact, today you told Guildmate that he gets 2 Veiled Crystals from Epics, or 1 from Shard. Why did you do that? So I told him about the Tool of the Trade, and now he's posting a chance for a month in the auction house. Brilliant. That's what you want to do. Share the knowledge and show everyone how easy it is to make gold. Now you mentioned you see something black on the couch. Yep, that's him. That's Oreo. He's just snuggled in the corner. He's got himself settled down for the night. Do Your Dungeon is doing fine. It's doing well so far, despite me giving it as best attention as I can. Which one are we attacking? This one. There we go. No problem, Bullywoof. Oh, did you get it, Alizara? What was the problem? Isn't it 20% crafting? Oh, right. Crafting 20% crafting. Thank you, Alizara. It was difficult to remember without it in front of me. I feel like I want to spam my other thing, but anyway, let's carry on with this. I remember this from last time, that we just kept on going round and round and round talking about the prison. It reminded me of that film, The Raid, where everything looks the same and you've got this central gap in the middle and that everyone was fighting left and right. Or the Judge Dredd film. That was very similar because that was based off The Raid. Or it seemed very similar to it. There's Jess. Boss fight. Okay, let's pay attention. Oops. Okay, paying attention means you don't go out of Lincoln form. Okay, I got feared. That's not good. The line of sight might be useful here. Oh, I thought I was in there then. A raider there. Probably need to deal with the ads. Let's help out with those. And let's follow around actually. Seems like running after them is the done thing. There you go. You can pay attention. Exactly, Jake. Nice play on words. Judge film, that's 98. No, not the Stallone one. The other one. The more recent one. I think it was just called Dread. Right, now we can spam that. Okay. Carl Urban. I can't remember who was in it, but that sounds familiar. It was a good film, I remember. And dreadful. There we go. Hide. Oh, right. Couldn't move quickly enough. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, how did I die? That was weird. That all happened all of a sudden. Okay. That was very strange. What did we do wrong there? Right, where do we go? Ah, we go inside here. He didn't die quick enough. Okay. And not hiding. Okay. When he says hide from the daggers, he really means it. Okay, so he got his flame daggers off. Okay, thank you. This is all new for me. Let's go into Moonkin form, I guess. Okay. Saw the new Shaft yesterday. Entertaining if into movies like it. I've not seen that one. Let me actually go wolf form and wild running. Oh, can't mount here. I'm sure I could have done something like that. Okay, maybe we go into cat form, that'd be quicker. Are we here already? There we go. Demons, thank you very much for the follow. Right, okay, so you had a few laughs, okay. That's always worth it. Right. Binge watching The Boys on Amazon. Really good, you can recommend it. Okay. Alright, how are we doing? Let's go back to cat form. We were further than I thought. Where is this Jess? It all gets a bit familiar. Okay, there you go. Is that it? Oh, there's definitely some damage done here. Let's loot up that. Ah, there's Jess. Right, okay. So, let's turn the heat up. So, I need to do a bit more damage. Okay, so pardon me if I don't focus on the chat for the moment. I'm going to try and do my best DPS that I can. I need to work out when to hide. 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 Let's hide. Oh, I've still got stuns though. Okay, so is that not hiding? Where do we have to hide if we need to hide? That looked like it was line of sight. Oh, no, wrong button. That helps if I press the right buttons, you see. Okay, let's keep that going. Let's do that. Okay. I'll just keep doing that, keep mashing that, get my AoE spell down. Why can't I click on that? There it is. Got feared, unfortunately. Need to hide. But I'm feared, unfortunately. Does that work? Are we done? Let's do all of that. Try and do a little damage. Got permastone because of AoE. Okay. Hopefully we can do a bit more damage here. I'm just spamming everything. Oh, we did it. Fantastic. Bobby's on the case though, so let's keep going. Alright, he's still there. Right, okay, right. We did that. Fantastic. Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. You know, if you do need this gear, please don't pass it on to me. But am I in the case where I'm so under-geared that everyone else is way better geared than me? And seriously, need to binge them before renovating your home. Yeah, that'd be a nice time to binge watch. Okay, let me just stretch my legs out. Getting cramp in my feet. There we go. Done that.
You have things under control.
Under control? No, Talia. But we're doing okay, I think. Not doing too bad. Let's try these. Which one has the skull? Do you? Press that. Go into cool Goldmaking form. Press everything, hope for the best. Send out all the spells. There we go. Okay. Moving on, looting as we go. Thank you very much. I'm doing my best. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to at least contribute. Oh, fantastic, Jack! Great news. I can't unfortunately go and talk about it at the moment because we're in the middle of the dungeon. But that's brilliant. Excellent. Thank you for letting me know. I haven't even looked at it yet, so I've got no idea what it looks like. Talk, damn you. Good evening everyone and welcome to my blog where I'm doing actually nothing to do with, actually this is completely to do with gold making. This is getting our rank 3s and our Silas cauldron so that we can make potions and make gold this way. Multitasks, exactly. Thank you very much for everyone too. I don't think we had an embed or anything. It was simply a, it was taking over from what Gumdrops normally does. But it was good fun to write it nonetheless. Okay, looks like I might need to move out the way of that. So we'll carry on here at the moment. How much percentage is my normal price DB market with TSM? How do you mean, King Sax? My normal TSM basically does the DB market for me. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong person here. Let me carry on here. We've got a lot of stuff going on here. We love the images. Did they come through okay? I haven't seen them actually on the blog yet. Hold on, we're missing someone here. We need to do you. Where are you there? You've got the skull on you. We'll do that one. Oh, fantastic. Let me just tell you a story in book form is a bedtime story. Yeah, I've had great fun reading Aragon with my daughter. We've gone through all 4 books and the new book that's just come out. It was really good fun to read the whole lot. I feel like I need to do some DPS here. Hold on. Okay, let's move into the middle a little bit better. Do a little bit more damage here. But that's fantastic. I'm glad that the blog's come through whilst I was live. I was hoping it'd come through a little bit earlier, but that's still good. I can at least go through it once we finish this dungeon. Just finish off killing all these things. Ideally we want to get ourselves towards the last boss if we can. You found it out. Okay, brilliant, King Sax. Glad you found it. I didn't fully understand what you were meaning by it, but glad you got it sorted. Let's go cat form, and then let's go Wimpkin form. Really should have a keybind for that. Do the marine as it's got the skull on it. I'm going to stretch my legs out whilst we're doing it. Yeah, I've got no idea what the cannon actually does. But I guess you use it to fire at everything that comes in. Okay, we've done those, I need to move out of the way of that, I think. There we are. Right. Do all of these whilst we're here. Oh, did they jump in the cannon? That's interesting. We'll carry on through this for the moment. I don't know how much we got coming through. I'm going to move out of the way of that. That looks like a bad thing to be in. Seems range would be a good thing on this at this point. That's why I like being a ranged Melodinius. Basic, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We are just going through doing a Mythic 0 to get ourselves the hydrocore needed to craft a cauldron to do the Silas sphere of transmutation. Go pick up your wife, maybe catch you as soon as you're back. Okay, Saran, well thanks ever so much for stopping by. I'm here for another 45 minutes or so. But thank you ever so much for stopping by. Thank you, Jack. I'm glad they worked out. I'll have a look at it myself in a moment, once we've done the dungeon. Should get someone targeted before we do that. Don't get it, you'll be cursed. What's that, Darkwing? And never get the buff. Oh, right, I see what you mean with the Silas. Yes, I've heard horror stories from Sanzas and Rasheen, but it's something that's required if you want to get into alchemy. So, for me, that's That's the reasoning behind it.
Stand ready, man.
You haven't got it since you got the Silas 2 weeks ago. Oh, really? Ouch.
Check your fire. I'm looking at you, Flamecaster. If any of these
Let's go through all
Azeroth
this.
munitions
Oh, it's out of ammo.
explode,
Oh, no. I've got no idea what kind of frequency it you just don't craft. Okay, fair enough. What kind of frequency the Silas buff comes through. But it would be interesting to know, because basically what you need to do is save up all of your crafts when you do have the buff, which means that obviously when you want to craft you can't if you haven't got the buff, because with alchemy you really need to maximize your efficiency. Okay, we're doing okay so far, I think. Making our way through everything. You're out of range. I'm moving a bit closer. Stay at the back and do damage as appropriate. Bomb's going to go off. Proc rate with Silas increases from 1.2 to 1.7. You read someone. Yes, that was what we were saying earlier. So I need to change. I'll need to change all my my crafting operations to reflect that. If that's going to be the only way that I make the buff, I also need to get all the rank 3s as well, because I believe it's only on rank 3s. Right, do we need to move around? Oh, I remember this. The barrels. We've got to do something with the barrels. Okay. Okay, right. So we've done this once already. So I'll just follow everyone. There we go. Munitions barrel, so you've got one there. Stay out of the way of that one. Quickly move barrels out of the fires. Okay, there's one. There we go. Ooh. Pop that down. Is that alright? Or did we do that one? Do some damage whilst I'm here. What do we do with the barrel? Ooh. Oh, let's move that there. Oh, I stood right in the middle of that. Let's go out of the way of this. It's a bad place to be. Okay, I think I pressed the wrong buttons there. Let's move out of the way here. Just want to be clear of everything if I can. Okay, so you stay away from them. Oh, I think I ran into the wrong area there. That was a bit of a mistake. Let's see what we do. Sorry, Caps. Laugh. See how everyone else does. It looks like we might, unfortunately, miss on this one. Only works on rank 3. Yes, exactly. Okay. That's the problem. I don't think I did very well with the barrels there. That was my main problem. See how you get on. I don't know if we're... you two are doing great. Turned up the heat since you did Mythics. You're doing great there. I don't know whether I should be running back. Or should I wait? Oh wow, you did it. Fantastic. Well done. Congratulations. Sorry, I had a work call. No problem. Wait, the pallet can res. Okay. Hedgehog needed a ride. Oh, right. How was the hedgehog? I can release, can I? There we go. We're in. Fantastic. That was brilliant. Both did very well there. Holding in at the end. You can multitask, definitely. I had no chance. I mean, I'm struggling to talk and do this at the same time. So, oh, hold on, that's the wrong buttons. There we go. Now we've got the right buttons. So, if anyone has come in from the blog, you're more than welcome to join in. I don't think we're embedded or anything, but we can go through the blog in a moment once we've finished this dungeon. Second evening, farming herbs to train vanilla alchemy for Philosopher's Stone for Silas. You don't need the classic Philosopher's Stone, I believe. Don't you need, can't you use like the Walls of Draenor one? Because they all act as a Philosopher's Stone, if I remember correctly. Priest Arms, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. You're doing well. Thank you, Darkwing. 2 hours 23 so far. Noma, finally caught me live, watching all the way from Australia. Oh, so nice of you to stop by. Hope you're doing well. Nightmares, I see. I got these 7s and the 3s. Work that out now. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. This is unusual for me to be on a Saturday. I don't normally do Saturdays. It's normally Gumdrops' slot. But as he's away and I was doing the WoW Economy blog this week, I've done an extra stream. So I'll also be streaming on Sunday as well. Oh, okay. There we go. We need to go down here, I think. Let's just stay out of the way. There we go, got that. Blast Fear Met, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. What time is it where I am? It is currently just coming up towards 9 o'clock in the evening for us here in the UK. Those in Europe are an hour ahead. Right, let's just stay here. Okay, what do we need to do? Is this another boss? Looks like it. Overseer Corgus. Okay. Stay out of the black. Oh yes, I remember this. But do not move. Right, okay. This could be interesting. Yep, 20:54 UK time. It's 4 AM in Australia. Aha, right. Do we need this? Hold on, what's this? Oh, hold up. I wasn't ready. I don't know what this thing means. I'm going to move out of the way. Stand there. Okay, there's the black. I'm stunned, you're in that. The arrow's there. I'll just try and do damage as best I can. Okay. Well, I'm burning. Do I stay still whilst I'm burning? I guess. Oh, stay out of the black. Oh, I'm in the black. There we go. Just saw that in time. Sorry if I can't focus on chat at the moment. Just focusing on this whilst I'm doing this. Okay. There we go. I did that one alright. Invalid target. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. That's correct. Go stand in this as well. Oh, move out to the side. We did it. Fantastic. Mythic told the gore. Did we get a thing for the thing?
It seems Lady Ashfane will have an opening for a new overseer.
Read your line, Sam. What did I miss? Hold on. Let me just come through here.
We can begin securing the Azeroth and releasing the hostages.
Mythic Keystone. Flash powder hood. Wow, look at that. And we got a tidal core. Fantastic. No, just kidding, Sam. Well, fantastic. Thank you very much, everyone. That was amazing. We got ourselves a tidal core, which means we can make ourselves a cauldron, which means that we can make the Silas sphere of transmutation. Thank you all, that was absolutely brilliant. We got to loot the boss, got to make sure we do that. So we got ourselves a tidal core, which is something here. We also got a rank 2 mystical cauldron, so that should make it a bit cheaper as well. Even better. Let's learn that. That came in time, because we're going to need another one. So, and a 400 head as well. Did we? Let's have a look what we actually got there. Wow, look at that. A 400 head to replace our 390. That's fantastic. And also, oh, I've already got 410 legs at the moment. And a 405 wrist. That's an upgrade as well. That's fantastic. 385 gloves, we've got those now, and 400 jewellery, that's a big upgrade. One of those. That was the World Quest one, wasn't it? Fantastic. So that takes us up to a 393, even better. We've got the World Quest as well, fantastic. I'm cursed with Silas now, time for goblin stuff. Yes, indeed. Let's Hearthstone, or if I Hearthstone out of here, I'm going to end up in the wrong place. So I'm going to go to Dalaran for this one. But thank you all for the group. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much for helping me with that, Mythic. That was really useful. Before we do the Silas stuff, let's have a quick look. I haven't actually seen the blog, so let's have a quick look and see what it looks like. I kind of wrote it, not knowing what it would look like in the end. So let's have a look. Let's go on over here. Let's bring this on over. So basically what I did is talk about previous articles. There we go. Over to me. Okay, so that's me standing in. Thank you, Jack, for the link. So basically what I wanted to do was talk about all the different ways of making gold for those that were thinking about getting into it or wanted to try something different. I didn't go through everything, obviously, but I went through the main ones anyway. So, brilliant. The pictures worked out well. That's brilliant. And we've got the links for things and the ads, obviously. And then we've got all the links to all the various people. I was trying to get as many links in for other people as I could, because there's so many great gold makers out there. So there we go. There's the sniper one. I had fun with that one. Resource collector, collecting up the mine. There we are. Oh, was there one, Jack? Let me know and I can get gumdrops to change it. I can't, unfortunately, edit it myself. Goes famous. Mostly a flipper and not a crafter. Ah, right. So the reason I had him here as a crafter for Hecons, I know he does a lot of things, but he had a where was it on the crafter one? Sniper flipper. The crafter one. There was a specific video, a YouTube video here about how he made gold in 8.2, and I thought that was quite a good, and he's also done that gold challenge recently where he was doing enchanting and tailoring. So I kind of I went for a specific things. I try to include as many people who do everything, but obviously they do specific things as well. But it was difficult to try and get everyone in there. I don't think I got everyone, but I got as many as I could think of for those that could do specific things anyway. But that I'm really pleased with how that worked out. That's worked out really well. This was my favourite one, the pet trader. I really enjoyed making that one. Okay, fantastic. Well, there you go. There's the blog. If those want to read it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. That's brilliant. Okay, so that's all working. Yeah, I think the pictures make the difference. That's the main thing. Yes, they are. I haven't seen Wura other than on the Twitter But Pete certainly from I've popped into his streams a couple of times. Yes, definitely. I tried to get as many people as I could in. 57, the thought of managing that number gives you headaches already. Yeah, Econs has, but then he also, you know, spends all that money on Hearthstone packs and lots of other stuff. Has a lot of gold, as Jack says, yeah. Okay, so where should we head? We need to do the Silas quest. Let's finish that one off. He is definitely a pro. One of the bigger gold makers out there, certainly. So we need to do the Silas quest. So looking at what we need to make is a mystical cauldron. We've now got the rank 2 of that. So we need flask of the undertow, flask of... These are too expensive for me to actually make. Vast horizons and currents. I'm actually better off buying these off the auction house. And the hydro core. Now we need to do something special with this, don't we? We need to turn our tidal core into a hydro core. Oh, I don't know how we do it. We need to go somewhere, I think, with our tidal core. Let me just have a look. Where is it? He's still on his 1 billion gold adventure. Yeah. Aqueous dilution. Is that an actual... Is it a spell or is it a someone we need to go to? Hold on. Is there anything we can see on this? This potion radiant can be obtained. Okay. It's in your spell book. Okay, let's have a look. Thank you. So we'll go here and spell book. Hold on. So it's a regular thing, is it? Is it under a general thing? Let me have a look. Master Writhing. Quicken the Dead. Okay. No, in alchemy. Okay. Aqueous dilution. Here we go. So need 1 tidal core and 5 distilled water, which I imagine I can probably get for... That's inscription, by inscription vendors. Do we have it on our Brutosaur mount? Let's have a look. It's on the mount, is it? Okay, fantastic. Let's have a look here. Let's just close this down, go to standard interface, bring our bags up, sell the junk, and get rid of those. And then we can repair our items. 127 gold, that was expensive. And let's have a look. What have we got here? Distilled water. Okay, let's get, I guess 20 of those would be enough. What did we need in the alchemy? Let's search again. Aqueous. We only needed 5. Okay, so that's easy enough. So we create this from that. This makes a hydro core, so we create that. We have 1 hydro core, and then we go back to our mystical cauldron. So we have 1 of those. We need 1 flask of the undertow. Okay, we're going to need to mount up for this again. Okay. We're going to finish this off. Okay, so we've got shopping. Now, can we have alchemy up at the same time? We have a look at this at the same time. So, mystical cauldron, undertow. Let's look for that first. 1 of those. So we just want the regular flask, not the larger one. And we need 1 of those. So we'll take that. Because the crafting cost of this is, yeah, it would cost me 1,800 to craft that. So definitely a lot different there. And then we need 3 of the Vast Horizon. Search for Vast H. That should get us 388. That's very cheap indeed. And I need 3 of those, so I'll take the cheapest. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, looks like Oreo's disappeared from behind me. And then currants, 3 of those. Flask of the currants. Oh, cuffs of the soothing current. Don't want those. Oh, this is more expensive. 1,088. It would cost me 1,700 to make it though. So we'll go with that. And we'll buy these. Oh, those are in stacks of 5. What do we want? 3 of them. Ooh, we're running low on money here. Let's try that one. 1, 2, 3. We've got 1,500 gold left. Hopefully we can do this. Right, go to the mailbox. Nearest mailbox is behind us. I'd hate to have to borrow some gold off Samadan for this. I want to be able to do it all on Jahwakening, ideally. Okay, so we need to make a mystical cauldron. There we go. And everything we need. Got that. Create that. That was quick. And then we go down here. And we have a Silas Sphere of Transformation. Requires Philosopher's Stone. I believe I've got one. Maybe I don't have one on me. Let me just check. I'll try and make it and see what happens. No, we don't have the Philosopher's Stone. Okay, so let me check what's in my bank or somewhere, because I'm pretty sure I've got something. If it's red, you don't have it. Yeah, that was my suspicion. I was just going to try it just in case. Achieve incoming. Yep, this is definitely a big thing. So let's have a look. What do we have here? We have telemetry orbs. That's a relic. Don't think I've got anything else here. I'm sure we had something here at one point. Ancient keys, enchanted bark, polished pet farms. The master plough is in there. Yeah, what would it be? I don't have the original Philosopher's Stone, I'm pretty sure. Drainic Philosopher's Stone, there we go. Okay, that's what we want. There we go, so that should be what we need. And Sphere of Transformation, we now have that. So we got the bank add-on is the same as Addy Bags, the same as my bag add-on. It's Addy Bags, it's the same one. It does both bank, it doesn't do guild bank, but it does everything else. Regular bank, reagent bank, and my other banks. Okay, so here we go. Silas's Sphere of Transmutation. Create. Dun da da. That was a bit of a quiet fizzle. So, what do we have? Let me just get rid of this for the moment. Actually, no, I'll leave that for the moment. I'll do that another time. Let's have a look in our bags. So we have the Silas Sphere of Transmutation. Highlights and allows the player to interact with various cauldrons and cultists. We need to really make this on our action bar, don't we? Let's pop it down here. There we go. Where's the fireworks? Exactly. Now the fun begins. So this is on a hour cooldown. Concentrate on the sphere to transmute it into another object for 1 hour. And then depending on what it is, we're looking for the proc buff. Obviously if I do get it, I'm not going to be able to make anything at the moment because I'm not set up. But this is the main thing I wanted it for, is to give me an increased proc rate on everything. So let's have a look. You click on this and it reforms into... What did it reform into? We can't tell from here. Did it turn into anything? You receive item continuous curing. A vial of continuous curing. A health pot. Aha, right, okay. It would be nice if that stayed on the icon there. Because I'm not actually sure where this is in my bags now. There it is. So I need to see what it is, ideally. So it turns into that. I'm going to move that to the side of it so I can see what it turns into. Once you put it on the bar, it will. Yeah. 9 out of 10 times it's the wrong thing. I know. It can be. I mean, the hour cooldown is kind of frustrating. I can imagine you're all set, ready to craft your potions, and you're just waiting for that to come through. So we'll at least give this a. Obviously, I'm not going to be making anything tonight, but this is a good start. This has got myself a great big tick on our board. If we move over to this and have a look. So doing the quests. Oops, I didn't mean to move that. Let's move that back down. There we go. So make mystical cauldron, needs hydrocore. We did that. We did all of that. We did all of these dungeons. So we're in a really good position towards getting the rank 3s now. So in fact, we can probably... Let's move this into another version where we've done everything. So we've done the Silas quest. So we can take all of this, take that off. We can take this line off, take that line off. Delete those. Najitar rep we need to do. Dungeons we don't need to do any of these now. These can all come off. But we still need to do Operation Mechagon. That is still a thing. Let's just move these arrows a little bit here. So that's going there. World quests is that one. That one's that one. And that one's for the... And that's for the rank, that one, down there. We need to do that over there. And this one is Reach Revered, we need that. And this one is Do Dungeons. Whoops, keep moving that, that's the wrong one. Is that one. And the work orders for the quest there. There we go. Watch the YouTube vid from Hazel. Okay. In terms to find out about Operation Mechagon. Okay, thank you, Moshi. I think that would be useful for me, and try and work out what I need to do. I think I did watch her video once, but I need to give it another go, obviously. But there we go. These can get useful. The dual crafting thing is useless. Yeah, I know, and the leatherworking one I don't think is much good either. Do as a test with Samadan. Normal Torgador for the ring. I won't do that tonight, but that's a good idea though. Thank you. Operation Mechagon's really hard. Why do I need it? I need it for the rank 3s on Abyssal Healing, Unbridled Fury and Wild Mending. I could possibly get away without having those as rank 3s. Now I did hear that they're going to be doing Operation Mechagon, splitting it into 2 parts and doing it as heroic, I believe, in the future. So that will be useful. Maybe I can still get the rank 3s when that comes out. If I focus on these other ones, the greater flasks from the world quests, just need 2 more of those, and I've already got the stamina one. If I can keep on with the Najitar Nagas, we can get a few more of those superior ones at rank 3, because I can only really get to the rank, get the buff on the rank 3s. Do I need to do any dungeons for the enchanting tool of the trade? Yes, you do, Will. I believe it's only Waycrest Manor though. The rest of it you can do pretty much solo. Leatherworking one gets you out of trouble when you pull too many Naga in Najitar. Oh, does it? That's at least useful. I'd like to try it. I'd like to get them. I like the idea of the tools of the trade, even if we can't. They're not always as useful as they could be. So it's good to have them nonetheless. Mini heroism. Ah, right, okay. Have to inflict your tanking on some poor group then. I'm sure you'll do fine. If I can do it, you can certainly do it. Right, I think we'll just do a final... I think we'll leave Jahwakening for the moment, and we'll go over to Samadan and just check his enchants and everything for tonight. But thank you all for that dungeon run. That was really, really good. So we'll head on over. So let's pop out of here. And go over to Samadan. There we go. You also do 5 times road quest and get it all from the dungeon. Yeah, it's it does make it easier that way, doesn't it? Zindron, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Don't you get drums as part of your tools of the trade with leather working? It works as a drum or something like that. That was my impression of it anyway. Okay, so back to Samadan. Let's have a look. See where we're at here. We've got a few sales coming in from tonight's session. The force multiplier, a couple of those, critical strike and crafting. Do we have any sales waiting to come in? We have a few. Oh, look at that. There's a couple of notorious, the pants and the braces. Not a huge amount, but still a profit. That only cost me 348 to make. We did sell a versatile navigation. We sold a couple of quick navigations here for 4,000, so that's really good to see. Obviously we're going to have to do a cancel scan on those, so let's have a look and see where we're at with our auctions. I suspect we've been undercut at least on those, if not anything else. Yeah, we need to post those. Oh, those Machinist Brilliance we want to skip actually, because we don't want to go much higher than that. But we have been undercut on some of the other things, so I'll take those, and then that I'm going to skip, because I know there was one at a really, really high price. And then these will take off, and then those ones which I've undercut. Okay, so I must have undercut those ones. Those are fine, the hastes, we can take those off. Chances are I will need to do that and undercut on those Machinist Brilliance. Okay, let's check those. Just do another cancel scan just in case we missed that. Been undercut. Oh, it actually says we've been undercut on the Machinist Brilliance here, so let's just take those off. That'll be easier. Okay, so we're almost done here. Yep, we're all done there. So let's take these cancels and run through all of these, post these back on. Aren't we posting too many of the same? Do they sell that fast? They can do. It depends on how much I have. I've got a maximum of 20. What I normally have, my crafting operation is normally to... Oh, hello, Oreo. He's come down. My crafting operation is normally to have 15 of them. But sometimes when I've reset the market, I'll have in excess of that, and my posting cap, I believe, is 20 of them at any one time. It all depends on how often I leave them, but I'd rather have more on than less, ideally. You made 10 to 30k on shirts. Oh, fantastic, Darkwing. I know the shirts have really been selling very well at the moment. Okay, we've got everything off. I'll post those back on. See if we can, because now I'll be finishing tonight, and then I won't get back on till potentially not even tomorrow morning. So I'll leave these auctions on, even at 48 hours. I'll just leave them on, and I may still get some sales. But to be honest, another cancel scan will be what's really required, especially for enchants. Just dipped underneath 3.4 million again there, but that's okay. Whilst we're here, actually, let's just check how we're doing on the step 1 mats. Let's have a look. They have dipped, yes. I do miss the dipping for gold website. I always think of it when I go over to Elmorte, who all of his gold making is based off of your website. Okay, this is looking good. Prices here: 4 gold 42 for tide spray and 4 gold 48 for coarse leather. Let's have a look here. Tide spray, there's only one of 45, and then it goes up to, look at that, 23 gold. It's really expensive. Oreo, I think you're just hiding yourself. It's okay. I thought it was exposing himself for a moment. Okay, let's take that tide spray. Might as well do that. But if there's a good amount of coarse leather, there's, oh, look at that, 2 stacks of 200. That's very nice. I'll take those, and I'll leave that 1 stack of 3 on there in case anyone wants to go lower. Unfortunately, it's not here anymore. Once Jack decided wasn't making gold anymore, his website's no more, unfortunately. But you can find some snippets of it on the economy blog that Gumdrops certainly highlighted a few choice moments from it. Let's check step 2 mats and have a look at this. So looking at the price of this, I think I've got a fair amount of bloodstained bone already. The main thing I'll be looking at is Tempest hide. I've only got 752 of that. Plenty of calcified bone. Miscale's relatively cheap, but I've got absolutely loads of that. So Tempest hide, let me just scoop up a few of these cheaper ones. What's my average? 264. So let's take a few of these that are underneath that. The larger ones first. Then we'll have all of those. So let's actually be up again. You're back, but no website anymore. That's fair enough. It does take a fair amount to actually maintain a website. As Ori is just stretching out. There is actually a SamadanPlaysWow.com, but I really haven't updated it yet. I'm looking to put a lot more on it. I've been paying for it for over a year, but actually setting the time aside to set up a website does take a while. It's a required skill set, certainly. Let's carry on. We'll just buy a few more of these that are cheap. There we go. Have them all checked. I'm not sure what the issue is. Oh, what did we miss, Taytoons? Did I miss something earlier on? Oh, I have a question regarding tooltip for TSM. Cannot get your tooltip to show TSM crafting mat cost. You know why this isn't showing? Trying to see my braces shuffle. Okay, so let's have a look in your settings. So you should go into your settings here. Sorry, I missed that one earlier. And under tooltip settings, you should have enable TSM tooltips and all of these turned on. Basically, embed TSM tooltips, display group name, display vendor buy price, display vendor sell price, and then under crafting, you want to display crafting costs, show material cost, and list materials in tooltip. Those are the main things you want to have on. Watching your bank still pulls TSM4, so you have to resub another time. Tried all evening long. Oh, what have we sold? A Accord of Mastery for 949. Did I really have a Accord of Mastery on that cheap? I thought I reset those. Hold on one moment.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Hold the horses.
Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Okay. It was a Accord of Mastery that I reset earlier. Was it? No, I was going to reset them, and I decided against resetting them. I got confused and panicked for a minute then. No, we're okay. We're selling them cheaply, but it's still a profit of 380. Not the greatest use of my time. I would prefer it much higher. I'd much prefer to be up here at 1,700, but they don't sell as much. As long as I can have the other ones selling as well, then I'm okay with that. Reload as well. Sorry, want to come and turn it into a troubleshoot session. No, that's okay, Taytoons, that's what I'm here for. Thanks for trying. Keep Googling, see if you can figure it out. You only see crafting as a tooltip if you can craft the product and have already opened your profession book with the character who can craft it. That's a good point, Priest Holmes, actually, yes. So you need to, as an enchanter or a tailor, I'd have to look in here under TSM, look at all my stuff. And obviously, if it make sure it shows as a profit here as well. Not a profit, shows as a price here. See if that works. And then you should see the tooltip right down at the bottom there. Thank you, Catharsis. Very kind of you to say so. And have crafting on TSM. Sounds something made machine mad. Ages. Did write them out this week, so go check it out. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rasheen. And not professional on normal screens. Yeah, you have to have it in the TSM view rather than the standard interface. Fair warning, and the other side of streaming. No shame, no problem, Catharsis. Very kind of you. Very much appreciated. We will be finishing up in a moment, though. So it's a big thank you to everyone who has hung out with me tonight. And I'm glad the blog did go live whilst I was live. I was hoping that would. Thank you, Rasheen. Jack did link it earlier, but I did it earlier. Had to switch crafting over to TSM view. Okay, brilliant. Actually, glad you got it working, Tetonos. Fantastic. It was a fun run, Lizard. I will be back on tomorrow evening, so not long at all. In fact, you don't have to wait a whole week. It's literally going to be tomorrow. I've got a busy day tomorrow, so I'll try and get on when I can. It may not be 8 o'clock on the dot, but we'll see how things go. You did, Mushy. Let me have a look and see if there's anyone on that we can throw a host on over to. Who is actually on at the moment? See, I'm not used to... we could host Bob Ross art, but I'm not sure that's exactly the right transition. So I might actually just leave it there for the moment. I can't see anyone on who I would normally post the host onto. But yes, it's going to be less than 24 hours. I'll be on again. So thank you all for hanging out tonight. Really do appreciate it. Brazarian's on, but he's doing Final Fantasy, so I try and keep it as a WoW related thing most of the time. Thank you very much, Public. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Until next time, which will be tomorrow night, I will see you then. So I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening gold making, and tomorrow making even more gold. No problem, Coco. So from myself, Samadan and Oreo, we'll wish you a very good night, and I'll see you very soon. Good night and farewell.